Thank you so much for choosing to join me today for Stretch and Tone Core Strength. I'm Leslee Blanch, and I work for University of Idaho in Bonneville County through their extension program. Today's focus is going to be on our core, our abdominals, sides of the waist, and our back. So we want to be aware of where that belly button is. You'll hear me saying a lot, pull that belly button into the spine or hollow out those abs. We want to contract or tighten that abdominal wall. As we do that, however, we don't want to hold our breath. We want to keep that breath flowing throughout today's movement. As always, we recommend that you check with your healthcare provider before starting any new exercise program and work at your own pace and comfort level. If there's a move that I'm leading that doesn't feel good to you, you don't have to do it. You can take a break and take some deep breaths, or maybe make that move smaller or a little different so that it works for you. And I'll try to show some modifications so that hopefully everything will be comfortable for you today. All right, let's go ahead and get started. You can put your own music on if you want. Do just want to mention a few tools that are optional. We will be using an exercise ball just for a couple of things. And if you don't happen to have one of those, you can actually use a roll of toilet paper. A pillow might be handy for some of our seated moves. And then we will be doing a few things using a towel, just a little hand towel. So if you need to go get any of those supplies, please do so. And water is always recommended. So I'm just going to set some of these aside. We will begin standing to the right side of your chair as we just alternate heel lifts. Let's begin that rhythmic breath. Inhale through the nose, and then exhale through the mouth as if you're blowing through a straw. Inhale and exhale. One more time, breathing in deeply. Slowly letting that breath out. And standing, feet about hip width apart. Knees are going to be soft. Let's talk about posture for a moment. We'll begin rolling those shoulders back and around. Just lift them up toward your ears and then let them settle back and down away from the ears. Lifting up and back, up and back. That's where we want our shoulders to live. Down from our ears, but we want our ears to live over our shoulders. So if your neck is protruding forward, gently, gently adjust so that your chin is level with the earth and ears over shoulders. And then we want those shoulders over hips, hips over heels. Let's just warm up through the upper body a little bit. We are doing a total body warm-up because we don't want to stretch cold muscles. Some of our movements today will be active stretches. Some will be static stretches where we hold that pose, reversing our arm circles, and others will have quite a bit of rhythmic movement. Just one more arm circle, and again, let's roll those shoulders back and down. Taking our stance a little bit wide, just open your toes to just a natural open position. You can be directly behind your chair so that you can have both hands on the chair if that makes you more comfortable, or just one or none at all. Keeping that back tall, we're just going to do a little knee bend and lift. Knee bend and lift. As we lift back up, push the weight into those heels. Think of zipping up those inner thighs and tightening that belly button toward the spine. So we've got a little lower body toning sneaking into this session, but we're focusing on that core. Hollow out the abs. One more. Now just a half or demi-plie, as they would say in ballet. And we're going to tuck the pelvic bone under and then just return so that the tailbone is toward the earth. I'll turn to the side so you can see a little better. Slightly bent knees. I'm going to roll my pelvic bone forward and then relax. Roll it forward and relax. Forward and relax, and strengthening those lower abdominals. Keep breathing. How about 5 more? Here's 5, relax. 4, tucking that belly button inward. Just 1 more. A little knee bend, bring it up. Step those feet together, march it out. My towel is falling down here. Standing on your left leg, we're always going to keep our knees a little bit soft or slightly bent when we stand. If we lock the knees, that can add strain or pressure to the lower back. So again, shoulders back and down, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, hips over heels. Slightly bend that left knee. We're going to lift and lower the right knee. Just tap it down. Every time we lift our knee, we're using our abdominal muscles. So we'll do some variations. This free arm can be wherever you want it to be. About 4 more. Breathing. Now just hold. Hold. Might as well add a little ankle flexibility while we're strengthening that abdominal. And then change legs. Standing on your right leg. Same thing, left leg. Up, 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 up. Keeping that right knee soft. 4, 3, 2. Now hold. Hold. Are those shoulders back and down? We're going to add another element. Extending the right arm shoulder height. Just a little press, press, press. Keep breathing. Press, press, press. Just adding that arm movement with the extension calls on a little more of those abdominal muscles. 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep going. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Let's lift that right arm. Lunge back with that left leg. Now we're bending the right knee over the right heel. And we're going to do a little knee lift. The flowing lunge pose. Let's lunge. Now exhale, knee lift. Inhale, lunge. Exhale. Keep that movement flowing. Our breath flowing. You can take a little break or do 4 more. You are always free to take a break to rest or get water anytime you need it. And coming right back, holding that knee, right back to pump, pump, pump. You can point that toe or just relax the foot. 10, 9, 8, 7. And pause, lifting that right arm. Let's kickstand that left toe on the earth. We're going to do a one-legged squat and then add a knee lift. So now we're really toning that gluteus or buttocks muscle as we squat. Exhale, tone that abdominal with the knee lift. Inhale, exhale. Try 4 more or part of 4. And 1 more time, holding that knee. A nice long stretch. Let's bend that right knee, pressing the left heel to the earth, reaching to the sky. Deep inhale and exhale, pedaling through those feet. Let's get a little sip of water and then we're going to move to the left side of your chair. All right. Here we are, standing on the right leg with a soft knee, shoulders back and down, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Lift, lift. Just going to do a little with the left leg, and then we'll be working the right leg some more. And hold it. Hold it. Can we tighten that belly button a little further toward our spine? Standing tall, as if we're a puppet on a string and someone's pulling us up. And changing sides. Okay, left knee is slightly bent and lift. Lift and tap, lift and tap. That free arm can always be where you need it for balance. Lift, lift, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're holding, tightening the core, extend that left arm now and pump, pump, pump. Adding that little strengthening element. Ten, 9, 8, 7. Keep going. Pause. Lifting that left arm. Let's lunge back with the right. Press the heel toward the earth. Exhale, lift that knee. Inhale, stretch, total body stretch. Exhale, tighten the core. You can always adjust your pace. I just encourage you to go slow and rhythmic. We're calling on muscle, not momentum in this particular exercise session. Option to take a break or do 4 more. Lift, pump, pump, pump. 10, 9, 8. And relax that hand. Kickstanding the right toe on the ground. We're going to do that squat. We're keeping the back long and add a knee lift. From the side, it looks like this, like I'm pushing my behind me and lifting, but I'm keeping that back long. I'm not hunching over. So shoulders back and down, lift. Squat and lift. Squat and lift. Here's our final 4. You can do all or some or none of those. Squat. Lift, and as we hold, let's add a little ankle rotation. And alternate those heel lifts. All right, we're ready to take a deep breath. And grab that little towel. All right, so as we sit, we still want ears over shoulders. And those shoulders are back and down. Shoulders over hips, and then just make sure that tailbone is tucked under just a little so it's pointing toward the earth, not arching that back, that strains the back. We want to tighten everything in here. Bringing that little towel up, we're going to hold it about shoulder width or so, maybe a little closer. Lock our elbows to the side and then just bend those elbows a 90-degree angle. Inhale. As we exhale, we're just going to turn at the waist. Inhale forward. Exhale, opposite direction. The movement is coming right from your middle. Inhale. Exhale on that turn. Inhale as we relax forward. And adding a little more resistance, pull the towel. Glue those elbows to your side. You're going to stretch that towel. Inhale, exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. We're pulling that towel. If that seems too much, relax your grip on the towel. One more set. Let's exhale. Inhale as we relax. Exhale to contract those muscles and relax those arms. Very nice. Give yourself a little hug. We did a little upper body strengthening there. Opening up the chest and wrist rotation. Adding knee lifts. What we're going to do is inhale, lift the towel overhead. Exhale, tap the knee or calf, and just alternate. You set your speed, but remember, slow, controlled. Slow might be a little different pace for each of you. And we're exhaling, inhaling, exhale, inhale. Tighten that tummy. This is like doing a little bicycle movement on the ground, on your back, but we are going to stay off the ground today, doing seated and standing movements. Okay, 4 more. Lifting that knee toward the ribs. Exhale. Last one. And then just relax the grip on that towel and just do some gentle side bends. This active stretching both stretches and strengthens the sides of the waist, those oblique muscles. Breathing, rhythmic breath. One more each side. Reaching high. Let's widen those legs a little more. Turning toward your right knee. We're going to just hinge forward at the hips and try to touch your calf or ankle with that towel. And then come forward. Turn. Now I'm keeping my back long. Think of leading with the chin. Coming up, center. Turn, reach out, tightening the belly button toward the spine. That's the key. We turn, reach out, tighten that tummy. Bring it up. One more time each side. Let's turn, extend, reach, reaching up and center. Turn, extend out and down, reach it up and center. Beautiful. Let's give those arms a little break for a moment. Keep that towel handy. We will use it again. Let's go ahead and extend the right leg. We're just going to do some small lower and lift. Now you can keep this low and tap the toe to the ground. Remember, we're tightening the core, stomach, or maybe it's about hip level. It's just up, down, up, down. Now pause, extend both arms and add circles. We are tightening that tummy, some lower body toning as well. Pause, pump, pump, pump. Keep breathing. And a little nose toward knee pose. We're going to lift that knee and then lower the nose toward the knee. We get to curve our back toward the chair slightly. Slowly, sitting tall, place that right foot on the earth, left leg, shoulders back and down. Is that tailbone facing the chair? We'll extend. Again, it can be here. It can be at a lower angle, maybe tapping the floor. You decide. Keep that breath flowing. Adding arms. And some circular motion. Reverse. Tighten that tummy. Takes abdominal strength to hold that leg up. And pause. Pump, 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 pump. We're still breathing. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Let's bend that knee, lift it as high as you can, comfortably. Curve your back towards your chair, bring your nose towards your knee. Slowly place that foot on the floor as we resume that tall posture. And this time, we're going to grab the towels at opposite corner, the towel corners, just to make it a little bit longer. And just roll it up. this is going to be a little hammock for our foot. So let's place the right foot, the arch of that foot, right in that towel, and then gently pull the knee toward the chest. I'm going to lock my elbows to my side. My hands, my arms are the anchor. My knees close to my chest, and then I'm just going to push my foot into that towel. I'm trying to push the foot away from my body and pull my belly button toward the chair. So there's some opposition here, some resistance. Keep breathing. You know it's easy to hold your breath when you're doing an isometric pose. Now relax and just stretch that foot out. You can wiggle the toes. And let's do that again. We're bending the knee close to the chest. Upper arms glued to our sides, and then pull those hands towards your body. As we hold the towel nice and firmly, press your foot into that towel. You're trying to bust through that towel with your foot. Meanwhile, belly button's pulling in, pulling back toward that chair, and we're sitting tall. Take a deep breath. Release, extend, and relax. We'll do the other side in just a moment. Let's take a little break here, taking some deep breaths, adding some shoulder or neck rotations. You might have noticed, boy, my arms were getting tired. My legs were getting tired with that last move. We are working other muscles other than our abdominals, but they all work together. Second side. We're going to cradle that foot right in the middle of the arch. It's your left leg this time. Lift the knee as high as you can without pain. Lock those elbows to your side and gently pull the hands towards your body. Now you're going to press that foot into the towel. Foot is pressing away from the chair, belly button pulling towards your chair. Breath is flowing in and out. Take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, you get to relax the arms and stretch that leg. Again, you can add some foot movement as well. Second set, we're bending the knee. Elbows glued to your side. Lift that foot just a bit as you press into that towel. Tighten the core. About 5 more seconds. Take that deep inhale. Exhale, release, stretch that leg. And we are done with that towel. Let's give those hands a little break as well. We're going to return to some standing poses, coming to the right side. Feel free to get water first. Right side of your chair. Okay, putting the weight on the left foot, let's flex the right foot and just do a little swing to kind of loosen up those hip flexors, lengthen the leg after all that bending, and check our posture. Shoulders back and down, belly button toward the spine, tailbone toward the earth. And pause. I'm going to do a bicycle movement. This will engage those core muscles as well. Lift the knee, extend, circle back, and up. It's a nice long stride on that bicycle. 2 more this way. Now lift the knee. We're going to do a backward bicycle. This may call on a little more abdominal muscle, so I'm taking my foot slightly back, get a place where I can not kick my chair. Slightly back and then circle up. So let's do 4 more of those. Back, up, extend. And lifting that knee, we'll do just a little hip opener. Again, whenever we're lifting our knee, we're using abdominals. And relax. Okay, let's take it to the other side. We're going to stand with our right knee slightly bent. Little pendulum swing. We're just flexing that left foot. Arm out for balance. And pause. Let's take that left knee up. We're going to reach out and circle slightly back as we lift. So we're taking that long leg a little behind the hip. 4 more. Right knee bends as needed. We don't want to strain that lower back. Last one. Pause. We're going to take it forward and then back. Really pull that tummy in. Last 4. And just lift that knee. Hip flexor opening right here. And relax those feet together. Coming behind our chair, we'll do a little down dog movement, modified for chair yoga. Let's come back. We're going to lift those heels. As we sink our heels to the earth, bend those knees a little. You may need to step in a bit. You want your knees slightly bent, elbows slightly bent, and that back stays long. You may be at this angle like a slide. You may push your behind you a little more and come into more of a tabletop position. We're going to do what's called running the dog. Shift the weight to your right leg. Left knee comes, or left leg comes back. Left knee to the chest. And just extend straight back without arching that back. Keep it neutral. Now we get to curve the back up, extend into neutral. You can even bring your nose towards your knee. This is working those stomach muscles. 4 more. Exhale. Inhale. One more. Bring that knee to the chest. Extend long back. So back is long, leg is long with a pointed toe. We're going to reach out with the opposite arm for bird dog. As we balance, our core muscles have to come into play. We're trying to keep that left hip even with the right. And just look at the back of your chair or at the earth. Tighten the belly button toward the sky. We've got some balance work included today as well. Replace that hand on the chair, slowly lower that leg. Let's bend the knees a little bit as we walk it up. And just open those arms, and then we'll do that all on the second side. Okay, this time your left leg is going to be staying still, right leg will be extending. So let's come up on tippy toes. Long back, elbows are soft as we lower the heels, knees are soft. Your right leg extends this time. Knee to chest, you can curve the back upward and then just come back to neutral spine, stretching out. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, stretch. It's a little crunch. Extend. Crunch. Extend. 2 more. And extend. Now that right leg is long, back is long. We're going to extend the left arm in opposition and pull that belly button toward the sky. Remembering to keep our hips level, both facing the earth. Breath is flowing as we reach, balance, strengthen that core. A lot of lower body strength as well. Return the hand to the chair, slowly lower. Softening those knees and walk it up. Shoulder rotations. Let's take a moment to stretch that neck. We're going to press down with your right palm. Let your left ear gently fall toward that left shoulder. making sure those knees are not locked. Relax. Other side, left palm presses toward the earth, right ear toward right shoulder. And relax. Getting a sip of water if you'd like. We'll return to our chair. Grab either your ball or that toilet paper roll. We'll do a little abdominal work seated. Okay. We are going to be placing that ball right in the small of our back, or the curve of that back. So it could be the ball or the toilet paper roll. And then just scoot back in your chair and sit tall. Ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. We're tucking that tailbone under just a bit. Inhale as you sit tall. Exhale, just hollow out the abs. We're just going to pull the middle of that stomach to press that ball against the chair. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, I'm not curving my shoulders. My shoulders are still tall. I'm just pulling in that stomach. Inhale, relax. Exhale, pull it in. You can press those feet into the ground or even grip the chair for a little extra resistance. Inhale, exhale. Can you pop that ball? Let's do 4 more. If you need to scoot back a bit, do so you can really press that ball. Okay, 1 more. Inhale, now we're going to hold that stomach in. Try to pop that ball, but keep the breath flowing. And relax. Let's do that without any tools. No ball or toilet paper roll. This is something you can even be doing when you're sitting at a stoplight. Inhale, and then just pull that belly button toward the spine, just tucking the hips under a little bit, and then relax. So it's kind of that pelvic tilt again we did with our plies at the beginning. Inhale, exhale. You're just curving the hip under a bit, pulling the tummy in. 2 more. This also strengthens our lower back. That's part of our core. Think of a girdle. Front, sides, back as our core. All right, without any extra equipment, we'll do a few more seated moves. Opening those legs, just do a nice little rotation. And then reach down under the thigh, bring back up to cactus or goalpost arms. Turn the opposite, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. You can do your own breathing pattern if that doesn't work for you. But try to exhale right there because that's where we're contracting the abdominals. Keeping the back long. I'm hinging at these hip flexors and pulling up and in. Turn, exhale. 2 more. Keeping my head above heart. We want to avoid any rapid blood pressure changes. And right here, choose one arm. We'll do a side bend. And staying tall, we're just going to bend to the outside. Inhale. Exhale. You can bring your elbow toward your rib. That might be a good cue. And exhale. We've got 3 more this side. Breathing in. And gentle tip. Last one. To the side. Reach it up. Change sides. We breathe in. And then directly to the side. We're not hinging forward in this move. Breathe in. Breathing out. Just 2 more. Nice big reach and tip, reach, last little tip. We reach up. Let's do a little cat-cow. We're going to keep the back long on the way forward, hinging at the hips, and then we get to curve up into a little cat stretch. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhale the breath, exhale. Beautiful flexion and extension for that spine. Now we're going to put a twist on this. Twist to your right, lead with your chin, curve up with your back, and then as you face forward, add a side bend. Turn, hinge and exhale, curl. Just keep breathing. The breath doesn't matter too much, but we want to keep that posture with a long straight back, except when we're curling up in our cat stretch. One more time. Turn, hinge forward, curl up, and then we're going to hold a nice static stretch. Our muscles are nice and warm now, so we can do some stationary stretching. Gently pulling that right shoulder back, looking at the ceiling. We've got to tighten. You might even feel a little balance going on in your sits bones. Relax it down. Okay, we're going to turn, twisted cat-cow to your left. Curl up. That right arm reaches over to the left side. Sitting tall. Long back, chin leads. Curl. And reach it over. Turning, curling up. We'll do one more. Rotate, extend forward, gently roll up, and hold with the right arm, and turn. Somehow I feel like I just did that side. So if we just did the same side, let's do an extra. I think I messed up there. That's okay. A little extra side stretch won't hurt. Just make sure we're getting both sides and shoulder rolls. Beautiful job. Bring those feet together and just some small knee lifts. And then up, 2, and lower, 2. Remember, we're focusing right here. Up, 2, lower, 2, up, 2, lower. Other side, small knee lifts. Let's make sure our posture is where we want it. Tummy tight, now up, 2, and down for 2. Exhale, inhale. 2 more sets. Going to roll those shoulders back and down, right back to wide legs, but this time we're going to do a little rotation. Take that left hand, turn, reach to your right hip, and then lift as if you're pulling out a sword. It's called the sword in Pilates. We reach over and open. So lots of oblique work, working the sides of the waist. 3 more. Reach, inhale, exhale. Changing sides, bring that right arm up. We're going to turn, reach to the left hip. We're keeping that back pretty tall. It's mostly a rotation in the middle. Exhale, inhale. 3 more times. Sword. Now we're doing saw. Inspired by Pilates. It's a little different. This is usually done on the floor or standing. I'm going to scoot back so you can see my legs. So I've opened my knees. You might want to stay here. Give this a try, but if there's too much pull on the lower back, go back to bent knees. We're going to bend those knees slightly as we rotate, and now we're reaching toward the calf or toes. Notice I'm trying to keep that back pretty long. If I have to start curving, I'm going down too far. So let's just reach out toward the toes. Do you feel some work in here? Center, turn, the little crunch. We've got 4 more. Let's exhale as we reach. Inhale. Exhale, long back. 2 more. Bring it up. Bring it up. And before we stretch, I'm just going to show you an option. If you feel comfortable with this, you can do a chair plank. Planks are wonderful for that whole core, back, sides, and the front. So what you would do is just put your hands comfortably. You can put them like this. For me, that strains my wrist, so I like to keep my wrists more straight, gripping the outside of my chair. And I'm just going to come back until I'm flat as a board. I'm not pushing my hips up, but I'm not arching my back and letting my hips sink. Think flat as an ironing board. You can bend those elbows a little and then press those heels toward the earth. I'm just going to look at my chair and hold that belly button toward the sky. This is a chair plank. This could be done on the ground as well, and your body would be parallel to the ground. So pull that tummy in. Some options, lift one leg, point and flex, but I'm keeping the hips even with the earth. Belly button pulled upward. And then you could do the other side. Breathing, holding. Back to plank for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knees and just walk it in. Stand it up. And we'll do a little of standing stretches. Coming to the right side of your chair. You can have your feet together for forward fold, or you can add a little cross, pinky toes together. Inhale, right arm extends. Exhale, hinging forward. You pause when you feel a good stretch in the buttocks and hamstrings. We've worked those muscles today as well. And just breathe. Inhale as we slowly rise. Exhale to the side and hold. You can come directly behind your chair or switch sides. Again, feet together option, especially if you have hip replacement or hip issues. A lot of times doctors say, please do not cross at the ankles or at the knees. So you choose. Big toes together or pinky toes, and we are just gently pushing those hips behind us. Knees are soft, we're not locking the knees. Think of a straight line from the tip of your head to your tailbone as we stretch through the back of the thighs and hips. Slowly rising. And a nice side stretch. We're reaching up first, then over. Not to the point of pain, just a nice stretch. And relax it out. Very nice. Give yourselves a hand. Thanks for joining in.